The last of the control sources we'll consider is the current controlled current source. Okay. It's denoted by this symbol, an input short circuit branch to sense the current between N1 and N2, and an output current source which is a dependent current source whose current is dependent on this Ix. So, this current is given by K times Ix, where K is, as you realize, a dimensionless number because it multiplies a current to give you a current. Okay. You can think of this as the counterpart of the voltage controlled voltage source. A voltage controlled voltage source gives you a scaled voltage, and a current controlled current source gives you a scaled current. Okay. And again, from this relationship, it's obvious that this is linear. Okay. And what it means is that if you drive a current controlled current source by a current source, so let's say we have a current controlled current source defined to be 5 times the input current, and I drive it with 1 milliamps. I connect this to some arbitrary circuit. This causes a current of 5 milliamps to flow here. Okay. So, that is what is meant by a current controlled current source. Now, as before, when you use it in a circuit, so I will take the same example circuit I had done with the current controlled voltage source. Let us say I had 1 volt and 10 kilo ohms. Then I can define this current to be Ix, and I can define a current controlled current source to be 5 times Ix. Okay. And this could be connected to any circuit, and because Ix equals 0.1 milliamps, this causes 0.5 milliamps to flow through the circuit. Okay. So, that is a current controlled current source. It is a controlled source whose value depends on a current elsewhere in the circuit. Okay. Now, all these control sources, as I mentioned, are unilateral. That is, you have a controlling quantity and that results in the controlled quantity. You cannot use it in the other direction. Okay.